Hi Rajesh, how are you doing?
Hi, Jaya. I'm very fine, thanks. How you been?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for volunteering for Meraki coaching session. Let's see what Meraki has to offer to you.
It's my pleasure. It'd be a learning opportunity for me.
Awesome. What would you like to explore with me today?
Jaya, I'm a result-oriented person. You know that. I
Hmm.
always look for achievement of numbers and goals and objectives, etc., etc. But at the same time, I know for sure that I should enjoy the journey as much as reaching the destination,
Hmm.
and that'll help me in coaching as well.
Hmm.
So I wanted to explore how can I detach myself
Hmm.
from results.
How can you detach yourself from results? And what makes you think detachment is the solution?
Because as much as I read or experience and come to know from people, it said, in fact, it said in Mahabharata that you keep on doing your job, but don't get too attached to your results. uh. So
Okay.
that's a good way to be if the enjoyment of the journey becomes even more, and that's why I think detachment to the result would probably help me mm, see a different perspective of life.
Hmm. Okay. So basically, the question that we are trying to ponder on is how to create a little bit of detachment from the outcome.
Yes, in fact, if you actually adhere to Mahabharata, it says total detachment, but that is probably the ideal state to be in. But a
How
little
much
bit of detachment is fine. No, little, I don't know how much. So little bit, as you described, is good. So detachment to the results.
to the results? Okay. And what happens when you are very attached to results to for you?
Yeah. So when I achieve a objective of a business goal, then it helps me. Surely, it
What do you mean
drives me.
helps you?
It drives me.
It drives you.
It
It gives you a
drives. It gives me pleasure. It gives me energy. It pushes me, and it enables me. So a results that when I achieve this number, it will be so good for my team and me. That kind of a feeling. And but I feel at times that if you have the results in mind all the time, then you lose to be 100% perfect in what you're doing now. And that happens in my questions earlier also about sticking to a structured conversation in um, coaching than actually being present and forget the conversation, but take out a question and go deeper and understand a coachee very well. So I think journey is as important, probably more important. And but I'm finding it a little difficult to detach myself from the results. I am in a hurry or in a pressure to reach a solution, a target, an achievement, a result, and that will make me even a coaching conversation successful.
okay. So
Yeah.
it's about coaching sessions, it's about getting a kick and an energy from reaching somewhere, of achieving something that is basically the driver for you.
Yep.
So what I'm hearing is you're at a place where you would like to enjoy both.
Yep.
Okay. And what's making it difficult for you to do that?
Uh, I am I am trying, and mm,
What have you tried so far?
I have tried not to be structured enough. Huh? But even if you have a cue card or something by the side of you, don't refer to it or don't think that, oh, I've not asked this question. Just go with the flow. So I'm trying, but however I feel myself short of real expectation, my own expectation.
Your own expect. And what's the expectation? What is expectation saying to you?
My expectation is that a result should come. Okay, the
Ah,
solution should be there. However, uh, enjoy the journey as well. Don't be in a pressure of reaching the goal. The goal will come maybe, but that's somewhere in the mind all the time.
so you have both the things in your mind, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you're looking for balance. It seems you already have balance.
uh but I'm not good enough, it seems. Yeah,
Okay. So can
because
you?
because if you give a weightage to goal and the body, the journey, then the goal takes more than 50-60% of the mind space,
Okay.
and then the process is compromised, because when you're in the process, when you're in the middle game, then you have to be like 98%, and that's how you reach the goal. Yeah,
So you're saying goal is 60% right now.
yeah, more or less. Yeah, I just
And
gave a number.
just trying to get some, I'm trying to understand this. And your process is 40%.
Yeah,
How much would you like it to feel that balance? And how will you feel that you have that balance?
I would rather that when you're in negotiating the journey, you have to be 100% there. However, the journey should result in the achievement of goals, which
So
is
that's
again
not 100%, right? Then what's the percentage you would like to, you can actually enjoy or you're looking forward to achieve?
maybe 30% to result of, or the other way around, 40% to
Other
result.
way around. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
So
yeah.
which means 60% process, 40% results.
Mm, mm. That'll make me okay, happy. Yeah,
That'll make you okay? Okay,
yeah,
which means there's a distance of 20% only.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Let's pick up a Meraki card, randomly pick up and see what message it has for you.
Okay, okay. One card, huh?
Yeah, for now, let's pick one card.
Okay. Mm. Okay. So this is a relationship at the top, and what are you not willing to challenge in this current thinking? And need
Okay.
in the bottom, it's mindset, and there is owl graphic, which means experience, skills, knowledge, tool, and acknowledge.
Okay, and what's the imagery?
The imagery is that there is a person helping another person get up from a lower pedestal to the same pedestal. If you can see it here, like this.
Yeah, I can. 1 second.
It's
I,
blurred, little blurred.
yeah,
So
yeah, that's okay. I got you. So what is the
yeah,
meaning you're taking up?
yeah, this is the one.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, how do you relate to this?
So the imagery is very clear, because it's asking me, or it's showing me that the person has to come to this pedestal, which is results, achieving,
Okay.
and with my help. Because if I consider myself in that upper pedestal, then I am pushing it. If I consider myself as the lower pedestal, then I'm taking somebody's help to reach a goal, which is again reaching, getting a result. That's the imagery. And there are two people in question. If in a coaching scenario, so this the question of relationship is what is mentioned in the top. So it is transaction between two people, and that is where the challenge is, where the process and the result is clashing, and it's not at a state of, now the mindset has to change. Obviously, Nietzsche, it's written right in the mindset has to change, and I have to travel that distance of 20%, and I have to look at what experience, skill, knowledge, tools, and knowledge. Okay, skills, so knowledge, experience. So my experience probably is not letting me um, um, increase that 40% to 60%, and my knowledge, again, what we spoke the other time, like okay, and tools. Okay, so and the question is now, if I have to answer the question, what are you not willing to challenge in this, in your current thinking? What am I not willing to challenge? I'm actually, no, actually, I'm challenging this situation. Yeah. And that is why I'm discussing this. I want to challenge myself that why, why result is so overwhelming, overpowering, that you are getting under the weight of that result, getting result or solution. So I'm challenging myself. What are you not willing to challenge? I am not willing to challenge. Hmm, probably a blend of both,
What else?
which should be there at the right proportion.
Hmm.
And what am I not willing to challenge? I can't say to change because I want to change. What am I not willing to challenge or compromise? Is that how I should look at this?
How would you
Huh?
how would you like to read?
So if I'm not willing to challenge, which means I'm not willing to compromise. So it's what is no go for me is valuing that relationship between the two people between whom the transaction is on. So
Okay.
that I'm not going to challenge. That has to be there. That is my go no go. That is my table stakes. That relationship has to be valued.
The relationship has to be valued. Okay, so I saw the imagery where say one person picks up the other person. So the one person is at a higher level and one person is at a lower level.
Yeah, yeah.
Now in coaching, we talk about equality,
Mm,
right?
mm.
Does that give you any hint about 20%?
If it is between the two people, the coach and the coachee, then it's not a good situation to be in, wherein I am looking at myself at a lower pedestal or a higher pedestal. We have to be at the same pedestal. That is one. And if I'm talking about the percentage, which is a little lopsided now, it has to be 50-50 at least, if not 60 is what I'm desiring. So there are two interpretations to this equality stuff.
Sure. So if it, let's say, let's go for 50-50, if
Yeah.
that makes you feel comfortable. And if it is 50-50, how will the picture look like? The imagery.
Same pedestal. Then the person will be like probably holding his hand and walking together.
Okay. And what mindset needs to change for that?
Mindset need change would be that you enjoy the journey as much as the results.
And when can that happen?
When you detach yourself to the results, and that is the problem.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So generally we pull someone when I think I can pull,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So if somebody is at the same stage, then my mindset is that, hey, this person is equally capable of doing their thing.
Yeah.
And I just need to draw out from them. So it's a
Mm.
very equal relationship
Yeah.
and not having a perception that I can solve anybody's problem.
Yeah.
Does that give you some ideas?
No, actually, I'm looking at this from both point of view.
Hmm.
Yeah. I when I described the imagery, I thought that if I am at the lower pedestal, then I'm taking somebody's help
Hmm.
and I'm
Sure.
going to that level. And if I am at the higher pedestal, then I'm pulling somebody up. So it'll be wrong to assume that I am at the higher pedestal.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying if somebody is pulling up somebody,
Hmm.
the interpretation is that the person knows better more than that person it doesn't matter it's you or me or anyone else.
Yeah.
The interpretation is because I'm at a higher pedestal, I can pull you up. So the belief is I can pull you up,
Mm, mm,
right? Which
mm,
means I am here to support you.
mm, mm,
But as we become coaches, we also work with our mindsets to think, hey,
mm,
you and I are equal.
mm, mm, mm,
So there is a lot that I don't know about you, and there's a lot you don't know about me. Let's start drawing it. And that
mm.
happens when we come from the place of equality.
Right. Right.
And that's when the journey becomes 50-50.
Right.
Because then I'm always walking with a notion that, hey, that there can be more which I don't know.
Mm,
And
mm,
that's why I ask questions. And
mm,
that's why I stay curious. And
mm,
that's why I'm always checking and asking for permission because I can't be at a place where I know it all.
mm. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes
So
sense.
what happens with you when you are actually dealing with that 60-40 situation, what happens? What kind of beliefs drive you towards the goal?
So when I'm at 60-40, and 60 is result and 40 is the journey, then I'm too overpowered by my own thought or my own expectations of getting onto the results.
Got
So
it.
my belief is, as it's very clear, is that achieve. And when you achieve, you complete the process.
So,
When
so basically, I'm also hearing the belief or a mental model that if you are not 60-40, you can't achieve. Is that so? Or can that be true by any chance?
that can be true, that can be true. No, I mean, even if it's the other way around, 60% journey and 40% result, or even more, in fact, 90% journey and 10% result, the results can be achieved. The results can be
Ah,
achieved in any which way.
interesting. Here you
However, my endeavor should be like 60%. I give a lot of importance to journey. So 60% to journey and 40% to result.
okay.
Yeah.
So where's the challenge then?
The challenge is that I am this thought, always that niggling thought of, getting the results
Okay,
or
can you
getting.
write down this? What is the thought that drives you? Like it so much overpowers you that you're not able to manage it. What is the thought? Because it's you, it's your thought, it's your mindset. How would
Yeah.
you like to reframe that? What's exactly the language?
So I've written, and I have not given a lot of thought there. I've just written it down that reaching is why you are,
Reaching
is
is
why you are. Journey is how you reach.
okay. And
That is my thought. Mm,
that's your thought, right?
mm,
So in order for you to become 50-50,
mm.
what reframing can help you? If you want to draw a card, that's also fine.
Yeah, yeah. So the reframing could be like enjoy the journey and reach well, which means reaching is as important. Journey is as important as reaching.
Okay. And that's what I'm hearing, 50-50, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, 60-40, or then 60-40 is just to exaggerate a bit, but 50-50 is absolutely the right percentage, right mix as of now.
Okay. And what does that mean in terms of implementation in your coaching conversations?
I think I'll have to be more cautious and try enough. And also, there's one more realization that has happened through the journey of PCC is that when you are a master, or when you get that expertise, then you don't have to try to be in this structure, is what we all, and you, it were like your suggestions also to us,
Mhm.
and which I totally agree, and that was a very strong one, that once the mastery is achieved or the expertise is achieved, then we don't have to, or anybody, I mean, like, I'm sure you are not looking at any cue card or anything, any. I know a lot of young ones or greenhorns in coaching, they have a cue card somewhere and they look at those questions. That's not bad thing to do till the time you get your mastery. So what it is also telling me is that practice it as much as possible. There'll be failures wherein your results will be hard on, I mean, there in your mind all the time. But slowly, when I practice a lot, and I know how to be with the client 100%, and not bothered about the structure or not even bothered about the results, then it will be probably more enjoyable. And when the journey is more enjoyable, it's good for you and good for client. And the result should or will happen if the journey is deep enough.
Hmm.
You
So
know.
what I'm hearing is that you're taking the responsibility of results here.
Mhm. Unfortunately, yes. As much as I would not like to, but and that's why I've written this. Reaching is why you are. Your existing is existence or your purpose of an engagement of on a transaction between two people, the relation of imagery, is to reach, is to conclude, is to finalize something. You know.
And that seems to be a very strong value for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. In anything, if it's a number or it's a relationship, it's a charity, anything. So it, if I wouldn't be I just don't dole out money on charity if I don't know where it is getting used. So there are a lot of phony calls, wherein people ask for. So I don't do that. I ask for all authentication, so I know the result. What is the result? I mean, I can do good things, but the result has to be. So I can coach the result. If the result is not there, if suppose the coaching conversation ends without me, or without the result being achieved, or the help, you know, on in the horizon, then I feel unfulfilled.
So it's your agenda than the coaching agenda.
The coach has come to me for a result, right? To a help, for a help, for
Yeah, but then
thinking
you have
together.
defined the result, isn't it?
No, the result can be anything. Result has to be achieved. What result? I'm not defining the result. I am just defining that the journey, my thought and very deep thought is that, mm, uh, if we reach somewhere, it's concluded. This एक closure हो जाता है.
Closure.
Closure.
And do you also have seen situations in life when things evolve even if it is not very visible in the beginning, if we just let them be,
Yeah, yeah.
which
It is.
is, I think we call it, whatever you call it, emergence or serendipity, that where we don't have any clarity about things, but then me just being there did the work.
Yes, very much true. Very agree. I mean, very much agree, and that I can tell you with my own experience, professional life experience, the work that I enjoyed the most, where I was just working, and the results were coming in, and the promotions happened, and the increments happened, and the all the good things happened. Pats happened. So there, I was not working for result. That okay, if I do this, I'll get that. But I was working for the result of my job. That if your job is to build a brand or do a market capture or whatever, and if you've done that, then ultimate thing will keep on happening. The happiness will keep on coming.
So basically what I'm hearing is you were there for the commitment of job and not for the result
That time,
that time. Right.
yeah, yeah. And
And
now, if I am thinking too much about the results, then I lose the flow or the dancing with the client. You lose it at times. So the
yeah,
journey becomes less enjoyable. It becomes a little turbulent.
got it. So which you're telling me that you have already experienced a time when you danced.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
What can you borrow from that? Because I think your card came as owl, which
Ah,
says
ah.
draw from your knowledge
That
and experience.
experience, yes,
How
and
can you start dancing?
yeah, yeah.
Would you like to draw
But
another card at this moment?
I can, but this is also very strong. What you said, and it got me thinking that what can I draw from there, and what I can draw from there is giving your best in what you're doing and be present 100%, and then results will come, and that will give you same happiness, which is now overpowering you, and you know
Hmm.
letting you compromise with your real work. So I've taken out another card, and it says meaning. It says if you ask your friends for advice, what will they suggest you? And direction, and eagle. So eagle is purpose, value, mission, vision, belief, mental model. And the imagery is a lot of friends sitting and watching a snow-capped mountain range.
What meaning are you making out of that? based on where we are in the conversation right now?
So my friends are the people who really take you know care for me, and they care for my happiness, and those are the people I call friend. It could be a friend or anybody. And so what advice would they, friends for advice, what will they suggest you? I can imagine my friends, a few friends, five, six of them who are very close, and my wife, suggesting me that more often, I mean, most probably they'll suggest that go do what your heart says, is what they're going to tell me. And the eagle, the purpose and value would be happiness from within, from this card, is and their suggestion. And look at your own happiness, look at what your heart says, and do that. Yeah. And the friends are all sitting, looking very close to each other, and then enjoying the one thing that they seemingly like.
Hmm. And what I'm right now realizing is we were talking about the dance and we were talking about the 50-50 situation.
Yeah.
And when the friends are looking at the nature, it's like you actually just be there, present,
Mm,
and enjoy the journey.
mm,
Things will happen.
mm,
If you're following the process, if you're there, and I think meaning is a word that came in your card.
mm,
So
mm,
what's really the meaning of this work?
mm.
Is your meaning is to drive people or to get them to find their own solutions? What's really the meaning you're working this with?
Mm. The meaning, I would say, no, I would not say driving people. That is
Okay,
that is not
sorry,
drive,
my word.
or going for the results. You can go for the results together. You can drive yourself and the team. Both both go together, and so drive, not driving people, but driving for the result. And
Driving for their results. Okay, sure. That's
or
why it is 50-50, right?
and when you are driving, you enjoy the ride as well.
Okay.
Uh,
So right now in the conversation, two cards, the analogy of dancing,
mm,
the already having a past experience of dancing,
mm, mm, mm,
and the aspiration to reach 50-50.
mm.
Where are you? What are you taking away?
Yeah, I have a realization that yes, something has to be done on this situation, and I've started the journey also towards self improvement. But it is, and also that one thing which I'm yet to experience, because I've not reached there, is that I'm not a master. I'm not an expert. So once I am an expert, which I'll strive for, probably this weight of result will vanish, and then
So,
I will start enjoying the journey. Sorry.
okay, you said something very interesting. Once I become the master, the weight of results will go away.
Yeah.
What does this really mean?
This means that the result has to come. So if your journey is good, and you're 100%, you're not bothered about the result.
So it seems
You
that
you
you're chasing a goal of being a master, is it?
not master, expert. You say some level. Yes,
Whatever,
surely,
expert.
surely.
So basically, there is an agenda that is running in the background, which is
I
your.
want, yes, yes, probably, because I want to be. That is why that's why we came to you. That's why we are studying. That we want to improve ourselves. No, I'm
Yeah.
not
So
chasing.
so
I'm not
goal is
chasing.
becoming more important than journey here.
No, journey is also there. That's why the question. That's why the question, yeah. And no, you absolutely right that the purpose is to learn and improve, and not chasing. I would probably replace that word with pursuing. Chasing a little too hard. So pursuing a particular goal, agenda will be again too hard. So particular goal, and all of us are doing that. It's not like people have. I mean, to learn is not a bad thing. To acquire more knowledge and skill is not a bad thing, and
Hmm.
that is good, and that is expertise. And highest level of that will be mastery. Yeah. So what I meant when I said that when I do this, and I said it with a little bit of a not with full confidence, because I'm not there. I'm just in that direction. So when I do that, and my effort will be to reach there, by and how I'll reach is I when I enjoy the journey more, and that's how you become a, that's one realization, the big realization that's there.
Okay. So what is one thing? So see, the great thing is that there's very small journey to be traveled, right? 60-40 से 50-50 करना है, 10% की journey travel करना है. What is a small baby step that can help you just go this side? Just one small, very small, tiny.
I think, yeah, this is very makes me think. The one step that I need to take is that earlier the step which I have taken is like telling me myself that be present, be present, be present. Okay. However, if you keep telling yourself be present, but the result is already there in your mind, you're not 100% present. So what additional or that special step I would take is, uh, try and mm, mm, not reach the result in a couple of conversations, and see it. Which means,
So,
if you are just going deeper and thinking together with a coachee, that is good enough, and you can stop anytime, like 45 minutes. If you have 1 hour session to reach a goal, or a, thinking together, don't close it earlier, and then see and then take it up later. So don't reach the result in a couple of times and see how you're feeling, and then probably that is one. And secondly, go deeper into the present, go more deeper. I mean, we tried to go deeper, but it's not good enough.
okay. So let's say you want to be more present and you want to go more deeper. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you're saying. That's the shift that can help you make it. Okay. What is one ICF competency that can help you do that?
I think presence.
Presence. And for presence, what do you need to let go?
Yeah. You have to really facilitate and be together in the journey, and give a space of confidence and safety also, so that the other person or the coachee speaks, and so you don't have to talk much, and the coachee talks and speaks, so that you makes your presence very strong.
So I'm hearing you have to listen more,
Listen more, listen more, say
listen
less.
more, say less, listen more, being present. And we don't have to cover a lot of journey, 10%.
Mm. You're
7.
making it sound easy for me, but yes, it's
So how can you make it easy in your mind? That's what I want you to think about. You want to pick up a card now? How do you want to pick? It's a game.
no, I know it's very interesting and very meaningful. I don't know, mm,
The cards are
how,
choosing you.
the cards are choosing again meaning. See, first relationship and then meaning, and then other. If you see the imagery, you'll be. I'm surprised. So you'll also be surprised. So it says meaning. What more clarity do you need right now? See, it's so see, it's
See?
amazing, amazing. Yeah. At this point of time, this question, it came.
What's the imagery?
The imagery is that don't gumao things. Just reach somewhere. See, this person is, you know, in
Ah,
in moving around. Yeah, now you
ah,
can see.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and just come out of this uh, puzzle and get
Just
going.
go, take
That
action. Yeah,
take action.
just
Take
take
action.
action. So basically just be more present and listen more, and
Yeah.
that do the work.
And clarity is what is written below and above his meaning. And this is owl, which is again owl. So experience and tool, knowledge, skills, etc. How nice, Jaya. This is too good. Why this? Why this question? If suppose this card had come first, then it would have been. I mean, what more clarity? I have enough clarity, but I have to act on it based on my experience and skill. I have to act on it, and I have to act it with all sincerity and true spirit, I would say.
Got it. Is it a good time to close this conversation?
Yes, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, these cards are magical, I would say.
Try these with your clients and see what happens.
Yes, yeah. Thanks. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
So, before we close, just what did you learn about yourself?
Huh. If I learn about myself, which is again one more area to be no not presence but a coaching skill, is that asking the question where which makes you think harder. It makes you think harder and deeper, and that is why the your thinking partner, the coachee, goes deep, and along with her you go deep as well. So these questions are very strong, and that's why I thought, we went deeper. And the imagery is also very indicative of, see, for so nice imagery also. Now I'm making a story there. It's such a nice image. The first two people at different pedestal, somebody trying to pull up, so equality is important, and then looking at one goal together in a space of safety and togetherness. And then don't confuse it much, confuse at all, come out of this and take action. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Good. Thank you so much for playing along. And if it's okay, just share your experience in the community. That will
Sure.
help.
Will do. Will do. Yeah.
So we are, well, let me stop the recording.